Hey everyone, Julie B here with the Hitchhiking Ghost Podcast, where I help you save time and money on your next Disneyland vacation. So we have a new segment here, and it's called Ask a Travel Agent. I have a really great friend of mine. Her name is Kim K, and she's with Susan Travel Services. I've known Kim for, 5-6 years, and she's actually helped us plan a lot of our Disneyland vacations and trips. Let's do a segment, and it's Ask a Travel Agent specializing in Disneyland. So we asked, if you're going to rope drop with younger kids, what's the best land to rope drop in? So what's rope dropping? Okay, so rope dropping is when you arrive to the park before it opens. The really great benefit of this is to get through security, and you're at the very front of the line. Basically, that's it, to be at the very beginning. So when you've gone to the park and you have gone through security and you're waiting at the gates for the park to open, that's called rope drop. So a lot of people will do this so that they can go into their favorite land, whether it's Star Wars or Toontown. These are the lands that their rides fill up really fast. So a lot of people are rope dropping over into Adventureland so they can go on the Indiana Jones ride, because that ride fills up really, really fast. So if we're going to rope drop, where should we go to? So Kim K from Susan Travel Services says, for Disneyland with little ones, I recommend rope dropping Fantasyland, because these are going to have the rides with no height requirement, so everyone can ride, plus none of them have Lightning Lane, which is really good. So if you're using Genie Plus, it won't help you here, but will help wait times in other lands. So it's a really great point. So Genie Plus is a service that you can go ahead and it's kind of like the new Fast Pass along with Lightning Lane. So it's a really smart idea, because Fantasyland is going to have all of the rides that there is no height requirement. A lot of the rides have kind of like a buggy, or, like a love seat. So it's like 2-seater. So you can sit there with, the kids, and it's gentle enough for them to be able to enjoy it. So Fantasyland has Snow White's Enchanted Wish, Pinocchio's Daring Journey, which always fills up. Peter Pan's Flight always fills up. So if you have littles and you're rope dropping, definitely go over to Fantasyland first, because there's no height requirement. You can get those all taken care of, and then you're actually in the center of the park, and now you can kind of go wherever you want. If you're entering the castle, Fantasyland, if you go to the left, you're going to go over to Star Wars Land and Frontierland and Critter Country and Adventureland, and if you go to the right, you're going to go over into Tomorrowland and be Toontown, which is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway ride, and that's going to fill up really fast too. She also says, if you're staying at one of the 3 Disneyland properties, Disneyland Hotel, Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel, also Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, then I recommend using your early entry in Fantasyland and then heading towards Runaway Railway in Toontown at rope drop. So if you feel like you've gotten a good chunk done at Fantasyland, I think that's really smart. Fantasyland isn't very big. And if you want to do Peter Pan's Flight and Pinocchio's Journey, if you just want to do those 2 and then go to Toontown, absolutely go for it. And so also, when you stay at a Disneyland property, be sure to book with Kim K, and she can go ahead and get you all that information, but you can actually get early entry into the park. So you can get into the park, I think it's like a half an hour or an hour earlier than everybody else. And if you love taking pictures and you want just an empty Disneyland, this is the time to go do it, especially if you have early entry. She goes, Toontown has been redone, so you can see the land and how they improved it, which I highly recommend. So if you're going to go over to Disneyland California Adventure with little ones, she says she recommends rope dropping to Web Slingers, no height requirement, and Avengers Campus. I absolutely agree with this, because Avengers Campus, if they love Marvel, if they love Spider-Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Fury's there, you guys. This is brand new. Nick Fury is now over at Avengers Campus, which is incredible. So if they love, all of those Hulk and Ladies Thor, if they love that, superhero Marvel, then definitely go over to Avengers Campus. A lot of people are she goes, most will rent a Cars Land, so unless you're at the front of the group and can move fast, it's to be a long wait for Radiator Springs Racer. So I highly recommend that. Radiator Springs Racer is a great ride. It's so much fun. It's super fast. So that's a really good point. So she goes, my second choice would be Toy Story Mania. Totally agree with this. I think this is brilliant. If you have early entry, though, my recommendation is Cars Land and then ride Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. Then hop in line for Radiator Springs Racers. This ride is not open for early entry, but they will let you start lining up. So if you get in that line before rope drop, your wait should be fairly short. I never knew that. Did you know that? That's pretty incredible. So she's saying that if when the ride, if you're in there for early entry, you can actually get in line. They'll let you start lining up, but then as soon as the park opens, then you can go ahead and get in, which I think is great. So if you guys are ready to book with Kim K, you can go ahead and email her at kim@susanstravelservices.com. And then there's also a phone number, which I will go ahead and put in the comments below. So there you have it, right from the source's mouth, a travel agent who specializes in Disneyland. She loves going to Disney. She knows all the information. Her and I talk about it all the time, but she has really great information, and this is just part of it. So if you're rope dropping with littles, which is the best land to rope drop in, Kim K from Susan Travel Services says Fantasyland, because they're going to have rides with no height requirement. So everyone can ride, plus none of them have Lightning Lane or Genie Plus. So this way is going to help you save even money, because you don't have to waste any money on those rides, and then time because you get to ride them first, which I think is brilliant. It won't help you if you're utilizing Genie Plus. It won't help you here, but it will help save wait times in other lands. If you are going to stay at one of the 3 Disney properties like Disneyland Hotel, Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel, and Disney's Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, she recommends using your early entry in Fantasyland and then heading towards Runaway Railway in Toontown at Rope Drop if you feel like you've gotten a good chunk of done at Fantasyland. Toontown has been redone, so definitely go check it out there, especially if you have little kids. They are going to love it. She also says for a Disney California Adventure, she recommends rope dropping Web Slingers. There's no height requirement. And then Avengers Campus, there's so much fun things to go and see and do there. And then majority of people are going to run over to Cars Land. So unless you're at the front of the group and you can move fast, it's going to be a long wait for the Radiator Springs ride, which I agree with her 100%. Her second choice would be Toy Story Mania. Totally agree. It's absolutely fun. Go on all the rides, and it's like a giant carnival section over there for what they do for Toy Story Mania. So they do a really great job. She says if you have early entry though, my recommendation is Cars Land and then Ride Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, then hop in line for Radiator Springs Racer. This ride is not open for early entry, but they'll let you start lining up so you can get in that line before rope drop, and your wait should be fairly short. So she's right there saving you time. I think this is great. So Kim K's been doing this for over 5 years, and she has the very best information. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. If you have a question that you would like to ask our travel agent, go ahead and leave a comment below in the comments or send me an email at info@hitchhikingghost.com. Thanks, guys. Bye.